And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to another live episode of Hello Pivot with the Hello LLC. And if you guys do not know who the Hello LLC is, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Edge Optimizations. And more importantly, it's about helping everyone live life optimally. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing guest with us. If you don't know Chef Andy LaRusso, you are about to find out who this amazing gentleman is. He is a world renowned chef, a singing chef at that, best-selling author. He's been on multiple networking shows from the Food Network, the Donnie and Marie show, and multiple other shows out there. And more importantly, you guys have heard Chef Andy in all of these social audio rooms. You've been seeing his amazing posts. You've also seen his amazing pasta sauces. And without further ado, Chef Andy, brother, how are you doing today, brother?
Hey, everybody. Uh, a friend of mine always said, and that's me, because you got to be best friends with yourself. If you're not, you always got to start off a little bit light, sing a little bit of song, like I do at all my casino shows, all my fundraiser shows. And this is a song we all want to sing together. Here we go. You ready? Written by Dean Martin, for Dean Martin, a movie called The Caddy back in the 50s. I start off all the show like this because it's all about love. When the moon hits your eye like a bigger pizza pie, that's amore. Boy, I love pizza. I'll tell you what. What world seems to shine like you've had too much wine. Well, you could have too much wine, but I'll tell you what, I love it too. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bell. Everybody sing along now. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, like a guitar. And that's a dance, by the way. When the stars are making you drool, just like my pasta vazul. I love pasta vazul. I gotta make it for you guys sometime. Beautiful. You walk down the street with a cloud at your feet. You're in love. When you walk in a dream, oh, you got that pheromone going. Walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, senore. Scusa me. Screws on me, buddy, you see, back in old New Jersey, that's amore. There you go. I thought it started off. There's really something about it. Grazie, mille grazie. There's just something about music, food, and being in an environment. It's all about vibration. As you guys know, the vibrations in the world keep us all going, keep us all connected. And when we're out of vibration, it's like almost like heating up a pan and you don't have the right fire on it. It's like too low or too medium or too high. You got to have just the right temperature because it does take a temperature, right, to heat it up properly. When you're cooking something, you're sauteing something or boiling something, right? You got to have the right temperature. You have that right temperature, you got everything going. So it's cooking really well. You got to have those elements. And I always say life is a bunch of elements. It's a bunch of ingredients, okay? A bunch of ingredients. And the metaphor basically is, okay, you have this ingredient and that ingredient goes in there and this complements that. And then you cook it up and it all melds together, right? The same thing in business, I believe, and the same thing in business, you have to have the right ingredients, being the right people. You have to have the right people that are working towards the same goal, okay? In the chef field or the restaurant field or cooking field, you want to have a great dish at the end of all the work, the prepping, the chopping, the mise en place, everything going on. You want to have the right dish, okay? When you have the right team, this helps you to lay out and plate up a beautiful presentation, right? Like we're doing right now with the Hello LLC and what you guys have done to introduce probably the world or most of the people on all the social networks to the metaverse, Web3. And I really appreciate you guys having me on today. And I'm just so excited. Thank you so much for having me here.
Absolutely, brother. It is an absolute pleasure to see the progression that you have made in your journey and in your business. And a lot of the times, what we face is, oh, I'm a little too old. That's for the youngsters. That's not for me. And we like to remind people that AI doesn't have an age attached to it. Metaverse doesn't have an age attached to it. We are augmenting and we are experiencing life in a different way, just as we did with pagers, just as we did with these cell phones, just as we did with 8 tracks and CDs and tapes. I remember with the Nintendo game having to blow on the games to get them to play, and we're moving to a new era of evolutionizing the way we do business and the way that we connect with one another. And that was something that we were able to do with your biz in a box that so many people know about, but they really truly don't know about because we so much talk about this Web3 and metaverse. And so just to back it up a little bit, with your business, the Singing Chef sauces.com, that you guys all should go to and get his amazing sauces. Share with the people, what our biz in a box, the foundational thing that we built for you, has been able to provide for your business as you build and as you move into the metaverse, if you would please, sir.
Well, basically, you guys have really put together a fantastic presentation. That's like I'm talking about is when a chef presents a dish, you plate that dish up and you take your cloth, you want to wipe it off before it gets, out to the public. You have the pass and you put your dish on the pass and that goes out to the public. But the same thing with the presentation that you and Tara put together. I mean, when I first saw the initial sketch of the presentation of the Biz in the Box and the presentation that you guys put together, I was blown away because it was like I was in Venice, Italy, and the caption of the beautiful colors. I love the colors that you guys picked out, Tara, especially. You're probably a designer at heart too, right? A interior decorator, probably so. But in any event, it was the whole design of it and having the little nuances of each little piece and patch. I would say patch. As one scrolls down, they see everything right there, right in front of them. The buttons to buy now, the stories about my background, my family from Sicily and southern Italy, the recipes, the testimonials, right? And soon to come apparel, soon to come, cooking club groups, on and on and on. But it was all succinctly put into order. Everything was in mise en place, which means everything's in order. And every chef, every cook has to have things together in the kitchen before they start cooking. And that's what the mise en place. So everything on this site, the Biz in a Box, was all mise en place. It was all in its place, in the right place. So I was very, very, very impressed with that for sure.
I love it, Chef Andy. Well, I will tell you, first of all, working on your business in a box made me hungry all the time. Anytime we chat with you, I was just like thinking about before we even got started on the live today. I was like, man, I'm hungry for pasta. Oh, we're talking to Chef Andy. That's why. And it's just because, I'm sure I am not Italian, but I am sure, in other, families and cultures, food is the language of love, because I will tell you, food is the language of my love, right? And so I had a great time making your business in a box and putting it together. But I want you to share with everybody, because we know, but I want you to share with everybody about some of the things you were dealing with before you got your business in a box. Some of them may be the hardships or what you ran into trying to, get your sauces out there before you got the business in a box. Can you share more about that?
Yeah, well, basically, my website that I've had for over 16 years, singingchef.com, was getting some traction. I had so much stuff on there, and I wanted to refine that. And then a number of years ago, when I started the Singing Chef sauces, probably about 3 years ago, I took the ability to do that right after the pandemic, or maybe it was before, about try that 2020. I started the first production of my three pasta sauces. I got the recipes to our cooker, and then the cooker would, cook them and send them to me for tasting. I said, "Fine, this tastes wonderful." So, with that said, on the actual website itself, which gave people a lot of information, sometimes too much information, because the statistics say, and I think the facts, and I think David's good at that, saying how long of time people spend on each page. And I know there's a measuring system for that. How many minutes or seconds or whatever people spend on each page. And then you really, really want to get them down to the place where they can look at, find your products, your services. And in this case, before I had the sauces, which I still have now, my services as an entertainer, which I am an entertainer. Okay. And that particular entertainment factor, agents would periodically come to my website, singingchef.com, check out some of the background of my videos that I have all over the world, some of which on my casino shows and fundraiser shows, to get a better, very short videos. The longest probably is a 9-minute video of my casino VIP show, A Night in Italy, but at least get a visual context of what I offer as value to the customers or to the casinos or to who's ever paying me for my services that I want to give more value to. So that's what I started out in that context of that website, singingchef.com. Now, with the sauces, even though I have had my cookbook, first cookbook came out in 1991, which sold wonderfully. I didn't have my website up that well. It just started, internet just started to come out. But the really kicker for me was being on the Donnie Marie show. And that put me in front of a lot of national audience, as well as doing a live Festa Italiana in Milwaukee, QVC, which helps sell a lot of my first cookbook, Sing and Cook Italian with Andy LaRusso, which came with an audio tape. Now, those have already had been put on my website, okay, along with my audio cassette tape. So I had, in the beginning, I had my first cookbook, then my audio cassette tape, and then 2017, I ventured out and I expanded. I embellished on some of the recipes because I traveled, a few places overseas, in Paris, Italy, also Istanbul, and Canada. And I wanted to share those experiences with people. So I also put that up on my website. So now here I have this website that tells a lot about my background as an entertainer, singer, songwriter, and author. But I did not have the funnel, which they call in our industry, the funnel to get people to the right page so that I could start monetizing on my products. Okay. Monetizing on my products, like pushing the button, like, okay, let's order his cookbooks, which is linked directly, even with my Biz in a Box, directly to Amazon. Okay, because my book has been Amazon, well, both my books have been on Amazon since they came out. So it was hard for the people to find, first of all, and also the audio cassette tapes were not readily available when the CD came out after the audio tapes, which some people may still have. But the CDs came out, and they were hard to get for me because I had to print up X amount in Los Angeles. However, so with that said, I needed something to really have people go and not spend that much time, get a little background on myself, hear me sing, see that I'm an entertainer, chef, author, and at the same time, push the button. as David likes to say. And I think you guys are going to have T-shirts on that. Push the button. But anyway, that's the deal. And when you guys came with the idea, well, let's really make it easy, okay, and effortless, more effortless, easier for people to purchase your products, which are the cookbook and the three sauces now. That goes directly to Shopify. And I said, wow, let's give this a shot because this looks like it could be a winner. And it is a winner, absolutely is a winner to get people funneled in to this by marketing dollars and have them have an experience easy, simple to order these items that I have. Now, one of the things that David and Tara turned me on to, of course, David said, okay, hey, Andy, you don't really need business cards, although I do have them. I'm sitting at, I just moved to Delray Beach, Florida. I'm sitting at this wonderful restaurant across from the beach early in the morning, maybe 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I'm having my pancakes. I love pancakes. I'll tell you what, I don't make them at home because I like to go out and have someone make them for me. So I have the pancakes with the butter and the syrup, and I'm sitting there. And now these people are funneling in because it's the season. People coming in from all over the country, okay, all over the world, but mostly up north, right? Because it's snowing, right? I'm not a snowbird, but I appreciate it, but I'm here. So I'm sitting there eating my pancakes and I get to talking with people. That's what I do. You talk with people. Oh, where you guys from? Oh, we're from North. How long are you here? And then, oh yeah, what is it that you do? Well, I'm a singing chef. A singing chef? Never heard of that. I said, yeah, I'm a singing chef. I've been doing it close to 30 years. I had some records out, so on and so forth. Oh, by the way, on my cell phone, okay, here is the QR code. So I said, oh, by the way, if you want, you guys got a cell phone? Oh, yeah, we got some. Here, I give them my cell phone with the QR code on it, and boom, right there, within seconds, they're able to see everything on my Biz in the Box. Now, last week, it was really cool because I met this couple from, I guess they were from New Jersey. They were both Italians too, but so it was a little bit easier, but not necessarily. We're all talking about family, any grandma. And immediately, I mean, within 5-10 seconds of her downloading my Biz in the Box from my cell phone, within seconds, she placed an order for the holiday crate, which I still have. It doesn't matter. Every day's a holiday. And she ordered the three sauces, the vodka cream, the tomato basil, and my grandma's sauces and fennel. And boom, it was easy. And then, they finished their breakfast. They said, thank you very much, Andy. We're going to check it out. I'm on LinkedIn. They're going to buy my LinkedIn. And then here comes another couple. Same thing. And I'm talking to them, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. This guy owns 4 restaurants. He owns that. I mean, that's what life's all about. But the key is, and the point I'm trying to make, is if you have things very simply placed, you have everything's timing. Everything's timing. I believe that very much. You have everything right there in front of you, and it's easy. Everybody has a cell phone. If they don't have a scan code, boom. All they have to do is take a photo of it. And that's the beauty of the era and the time we're living in with this Web3 and the Biz in the Box universe, because that's where everybody's going.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so spot on, and that's what we share with people, right? Is the ease. A confused mind will say no. And with a traditional static website that has all this writing, has no automation to it, has no visual to it, people are gone. They're out. The fact is, 7 seconds. If you don't capture people's attention in 7 seconds, they're gone. And so that's literally what our Biz in a Box was able to do and really transition you, and especially the QR code. As I share with people, that business card is cute and adorable. You having a business card and me having my QR code, not to mention making it easy, fast, and simple, and then being able to say, hey, you know what? Through my Biz in a Box, you can actually go and check out my AI video that we'll play here in a bit. And then not only that, you can be able to go and check me out in the metaverse. Metaverse, well, I don't have those Oculus headsets. I don't have the Apple Vision Pros. You don't need them. You can go right in from your phone. And so, instead of us talking about your sauces and all that amazing things, we're going to allow AI to do the work. As I said, this is to augment, this is to automate, right? This is to really separate yourself, which is what we're all looking for.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about my experience when you first pitched me. Oh, this was last year when I was living in Naples, Florida. And I met you beautiful people on Clubhouse, right? And of course, the fortune's in the follow up and establishing relationships. That's what it's all about. It's establishing relationships from day one and trust, know, trust, and like. And then seeing that metaverse, seeing that room, okay, in the metaverse, in the virtual room. Here's what I thought of. Now, last week, time goes by so fast. Last week, I had a dear friend visit from Naples, and we went to the Museum of Pinball, which is here in Delray. I had no idea it was here, but she works with companies promoting and marketing companies and building websites. And what that virtual reality box reminded me of, it reminded me of playing pinball. So we went at night. I'll tell you, I had so much fun. And she comped me on, yes, oh, Andy, I'm going to treat you. And we went into this pinball arcade. It was just like being at the Jersey Shore where I grew up. They had all the things you can imagine to play. Of course, it was free, but you pay at the door, but you didn't have to put the quarters in. And none of the machines tilted, And I'll tell you what, it took me right back to playing those pinball machines growing up on the Jersey Shore. And this is my experience, okay? Everybody's got their own experience of walking into that room, that store, in the virtual reality place, the virtual room on Biz in the Box. It's very similar. To me, you take the little icon, the little person, you design the person, you can jump, you can dance, you can have fun. You see the sauces, people can go press the button, order the sauces, go directly to shop. I mean, what more can people ask for? I was never a gamer, but I remembered by playing pinball with my buddy last week, I guess it was, and all these machines are over 200, 250 machines from all different eras, newer ones, middle ones, first ones. It was so much fun. It's so cool. Now we got the metaverse. We're in the virtual room. And when we have your events, I was unfortunate. I missed the Super Bowl event that you guys had. Was really, it blew up really great. I was here watching with my friend. That's why she came in to watch the Super Bowl also with me. But that is such a cool idea to get everybody, all the people together in that virtual room and just be there. And then you guys really gussied it up and did all this with the, commercials and the Super Bowl. It was really so cool. But this is only the tip of the iceberg, man. It's the tip of the iceberg that we're facing in now, that we're working into our repertoire and our menu, if you will. I just love it, man. I love it.
Brother. And so people can see that literally from Chef Andy's Biz in a Box, you hit that link. It has you download the actual app that gets you into our metaverse, where you can join from your cell phone. You can join from your laptop. You can join from your VR headsets. And literally you can hit that button on the side and it will take you right back to the actual, the 2D. And so this is where we share with people that we help people transition from the 2D to the 3D. And so without further ado, Tara Love, let's roll the AI video and let's introduce the new sauces.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Everything sounds better in Italian, especially when Chef Andy sings and cooks. Hello, folks. Chef Andy here with the sauce that sings Italian, made with Nonna Grace's homemade recipe from Sicily. Our sauces are made with fresh quality ingredients and cooked with love. Our homemade tomato basil sauce is a classic sauce made with imported San Marzano tomatoes, fresh garlic, and basil. Our homemade vodka cream sauce is a creamy sauce made with imported Pecorino Romano cheese, vodka, fresh onions, and basil. And Grandma's homemade sausage and fennel sauce is a hearty sauce made with imported Italian plum tomatoes, red wine, fresh carrots, premium ground pork, and fennel seed. Order your jar today and experience the taste of Italy in your own home. Better yet, get a 6-pack to share with the family. That's Amore. Visit our website to order now at singingchefsauces.com.
Boom. And so, Chef Andy, do you want to share more about your amazing pasta sauces? Because we know all about them, but, we can talk about them until we're dead in face. But if you could, please, sir, share with the folks more about the amazing pasta sauces.
Thank you. Well, one of the things that I found out by meeting people live, wherever I go, especially when I went to Italy and went to Puglia, and that was on my bucket list. I had to do it. I just had to. My friends own olive oil grove there, 4th generation. He also owns 2 restaurants, and they're waiting for me to come back. And I'll tell you, this year I want to go back for sure. But the idea is, so I went back to the roots of my family. My grandma, of course, from Sicily. I didn't go to Sicily, but I went in the south of Italy, which is Puglia, right on the heel. And that area has, specific recipes like orecchiette, which is like the little ear pasta. And it has different ways of preparing certain dishes, different than in the north and different than in the central regions of Italy. There's, 25, 26 regions or more, whatever, of Italy, and each region has its own speciality. Now, in the south, we find more of the tomato-based products. For example, the sauces. You have the tomato-based product. In the north, we have more of the cream, in which the vodka cream, also the Alfredo or the bechamel, we would say in the north, more so than the south. Okay. Now, being raised with Nona's gravy, they call it in New Jersey, and gravy basically is the definition of a gravy. Basically, is when the cook or the chef or the grandma, in this case, uses pork, beef, and veal as the base. You get that nice fat from the meat, and working in there. When you take it out, it just falls right off the fork. It just breaks up beautifully, right? So that's the gravy. So in the south, we have more of a yeah, getting hungry. We have more of a tomato-based product, okay, that is distributed, throughout Italy, and then you have in the little jars, you just have a basic sauce, and so the idea of having something that's very authentic, very home style, uh, you know, as if it was home cooked, because to take and really do a good gravy, or in this case, a sauce, really well, you have to take some time. And the general population, especially in this day and age, the old timers did. Grandma and her, time, her people did. They had time to do and cook and prepare these beautiful home style things. But in today's world, what we're finding is people want good food, okay? Not necessarily fast food, but they want it fast, but they want it good. They want it healthier. So the jar sauce industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We got so much competition out there. It's incredible. So we're just slowly starting to build our base. However, when you got a good product and it's very authentic and it's home style, and the bottom line is it tastes good. You got to have it taste good, because if it doesn't taste good, it's not worth it. When people pay $6.95, $7.95, $9.95, all the way up to $9.95, possibly for a high-end product. They want to take home something good. So, with that, the sauces themselves have all natural ingredients. They're not organic. That's a buzzword. That's fine. Some people, especially some stores like Whole Foods, places like that, wonderful. I love Whole Foods. I go there and get my cappuccino and fresh baked goods in the morning sometime if I don't go to the French bakery and get a nice baguette and a nice croissant. Anyway, so the thing is, people want convenience these days. They want something that they can make really quick. That's why you see an abundance of frozen foods that are pre-made, that are home cooked, and then uh, fresh frozen, very flash frozen very quickly. But at the same time, it saves people time. And there are still a lot of parents, two-parent, two-income families. They're working hard, trying to keep themselves above ground and their kids at the same time. And they want something good for the kids to come home. Now, you take a jar of the sauce, my sauce, right? You take a jar of sauce, right? Which is a 26 ouncer in this case. It's in a ball jar, which actually can be washed out and used like grandma used to store things in ball jars. I'm sure, Tara, you're probably family from Iowa. I'm sure you guys put whatever it was in a ball jar and you kept it up for whatever it was. You're making peaches or whatever it was. So the thing is, now kids come home from school. All right, so say you got two kids, right? Kids come home from school and they're hungry. They're hungry. And mom opens up, or dad, whatever, opens up a jar of the sauce. They have it simmering a little bit. They get I found a really good pasta at Trader Joe's. I don't know I don't know if Mexico got Trader Joe's. But anyway, you get your favorite pasta. The better the pasta, it's good for you. You got to really, really check it out. And you get some pasta. You put that in a boiling pot of water, lots of salt in it, almost as if it's like the ocean. Okay. You put your pasta in. Now you heat up the sauce really well. Right now, in this case, say we're going to use grandma's sauce and fennel. So the pasta, now there's a certain pasta for each sauce. You don't want to put a heavier sauce like my grandma's sauce and the fennel on a capellini because you get chunks of blub, 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 these strings. You want to put it on a rigatoni. You want to put it on a penne, like that's why they call the vodka cream sauce the penne vodka, because it really goes well with the penne pasta. So now, here are the kids. They're hungry. You get a little salad, nice salad. Boom, you got a balanced meal. You got a delicious pasta sauce. You got some nice pasta, really well al dente, to the tooth, right? Beautiful sauce, beautiful, tasty pasta, not overcooked now. You don't want to rinse your pasta either. You want to take some of that pasta water and you want to put it into the pan that you simmering your sauce. You see, this is the key because there's a lot of good starch in that water. There's a lot of salt in that water. You want to take a ladle, at least a nice ladle, full medium-sized ladle. You want to put that into the sauce, stir it up. Then you put the pasta in the sauce like we do in the south of Italy. And then you toss that all together. You throw some Parmesan cheese on it. You throw some pecorino cheese on it. You can put some more basil on it, whatever you want. Put that on a dish, man, and you get a loaf of garlic bread. Boom, in the oven, get some garlic bread. Then you got, the kids are happy. The kids are happy, and that's what you want. You want happy kids. So there you go. That's the beauty of having a well-cooked, well-prepared, jarred sauce, and there are many of them. You go in the store these days, and people are overwhelmed with the sauce. And of course, more marketing dollars you got, the more the sauce jumps off the shelf. But in any event, that's really the main point about buying, in this case, a really authentic home style pasta sauce. Makes you feel like grandma comes right out of the jar. You open that jar, hey grandma, how you been? All right. And that's the key. Grandma's right there in the kitchen. It's already cooked. Amen.
I love it. I love it. You know what? If grandma popped out of the jar on me, I'd be okay. You know, grandma always has good food. That's
I
for
love
sure.
it.
And you know, Chef Andy, sitting there listening to you, you know, learning just in your share. You know, there's people out there that don't know the benefits of taking their pasta water and utilizing that within the dish. You know, a lot of times we're taught, some ways that might not be the right way, or the wrong way, whatever, but it might not add authentic flavor to the dish, which is really, why a lot of people are like, oh, I just love that, because it's made with love, it's made with fresh ingredients, it's made with, the incorporation of the pasta sauce or the pasta water, things like that. Like, I didn't learn that until like a couple of years ago. So, and I'm 40 years old. So we're all here to learn for sure. And that's why it's going to be so exciting when you get your cooking classes up, that your kind of your cooking community, once you get that rocking and rolling, because people are going to be able to tune in live with you and be able to have these conversations and learn from you. And you're going to get to sing to them, and they're going to be drinking, and it's going to be a grand old time, and so I look forward to that. So as we wrap up this conversation, Chef Andy, I have to ask you, first of all, what's your favorite pasta dish? And I know I've asked you this before and I know the answer, but what's your favorite dish?
Whoa. Well, pasta dish. Okay, pasta dish. Um, I really like the rigatoni pasta, and I really like it with my grandmother's sausage and fennel. However, I found a fantastic gluten-free pasta, which I really need to watch my when I really got to watch it, and I've been really good at it. Fortunately, I exercise an hour every day at the gym. I do some yoga and I meditate twice a day, which really centers me and really puts me in a good space, a good mindset. But the other day, when my friend was here again watching the Super Bowl, we went out to eat the night before, and we had brisket. Not brisket. We had she had a meatloaf, right? A traditional meatloaf at this really cool place here in Delray Beach, and I had braised short ribs. Now
Mm.
we didn't eat it all, okay. And I don't go out and eat meat much, but I'll tell you, I took the leftovers home. Right now, okay. The bolognese sauce is one of my favorite sauces, which is from Bologna, and it's everybody has their own version of a bolognese sauce. Now, this pasta is the tagliatelle pasta. It's like little ribbons. It's not the pappardelle, which is a thicker ribbon. This is the tagliatelle, which is you'll find in the store in little nests. And in Trader Joe's, they have this imported from Italy, gluten free, which I'm really hooked on. So I took the leftovers, right, the meatloaf, and I took the braised short rib, right, put it up, heated it up in the pan, right, boom. I poured I poured my grandma's tomato basil sauce over, because I had a jar of my tomato basil sauce, and I simmered that in the pan. Then the tagliatelle pasta cooked very short, 2 3 minutes. Boom, it boiling with salted water. So I took that out and I mixed it all together in this larger pan, because I like to mix everything together in the pan with the braised short ribs, the meatloaf, and the tagliatelle pasta. But I added a secret ingredient. It's not so secret now because I'm going to tell. I had some fresh ricotta, right? Whole milk ricotta. So I took the whole milk ricotta, which is in the refrigerator, and I tossed it all together in the pan with the tagliatelle, the braised short ribs, the meatloaf. Put some more basil in it. Put a little salt in. I didn't put red pepper flakes. I'm not supposed to have hot things. Man, I'll tell you what. That was a dish. They would have sold that for like $35 in a fancy restaurant. So that, using leftovers, as opposed to making the bolognese sauce, which takes quite a bit of time, was a miracle, was a blessing, was a joy, and my friend really loved it. So that's one of my favorite dishes now.
Oh, I
That's
love
it, man.
it. I absolutely love it. Again, you've successfully made me hungry, and you're absolutely right about utilizing leftovers and getting creative. And I think sometimes we don't get creative within that. So, Mr. Jones, I'll pass that over to you because I know I got a little bit of a lag.
No, 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 no. You're good. You're good. Chef Andy, the last question before we get out of here, with everything that we built, with your biz in the box and with metaverse and with your storefront here, and then with you also being, able to showcase your events and showcase, your shows in our Hello Plaza, where do you see the metaverse going for businesses and business owners? Because a lot of the times when people hear metaverse, they think about gaming. They think about the fun and the entertainment. But you having your business in the metaverse, in our Hello Plaza, along with so many other people in our Hello Plaza, where do you see the metaverse going?
Well, I believe, like you said, and you have the data about some of these multi-billion-dollar companies starting to utilize this technology. Okay, starting to utilize this technology, the augmented reality technology, and really allowing more time, more free time to market. And that's what it's all about. It's marketing and getting people familiar with all this beautiful technology that's coming at us like a train. And man, I'll tell you what, if we don't wait at that station, that train's going to go right by us. Got to jump on that train, man, because that's where it's going, that bullet train, right? So I think that's where we're going. We're going heading in that direction. And I'm so happy to meet you guys on Clubhouse and continuing our relationship. And I just wish everybody a, a beautiful life, a beautiful time, and go out singing a song. Just always sing a song because you can never go wrong when you sing a song, right? All right, Dave. All right, Tara. Love you guys. That's amore. It's what it's all about. We'll be seeing you on LinkedIn. We'll be seeing you everywhere in the metaverse, right? Oh, how can you miss? Tippy tippy tay, like a gay tarantella. Lucky fella. Once again, thank you so much, guys, for inviting me. It's been my joy. Now I think I got myself hungry. I gotta go eat something.
Oh, I love it. You've made us hungry, that's for sure. So, we appreciate you today. We appreciate you jumping on. We appreciate you being a part of our community. You show up day in, day out. At the end of the day, we share with people a lot of times, the simple support is just showing up. You don't have to, do much more than just that. And so we appreciate that you do that. And, it's just wonderful, 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 wonderful. And we've got a lot of conversation today. David and Tara, Chef Andy, great to be here. A lot of people, Chef Andy, you're looking sharp. Someone said you're making them hungry. And so just a lot of beautiful, wonderful comments. And again, like you said, it's all about love. And that's what this conversation was today, of how we've been able to assist you and how you've impacted us, just by being in our community. And so I just thank you.
Absolutely, brother. We greatly appreciate that. And this is something that I shared in the live earlier, right? If you're wondering why your life is where it is right now and you're not progressing, it's because you're focused on the I. You're focused on the you. And to move to the next realm, move to the next level in your life, you have to get into the we, to where the we will never stop. You by yourself will always give up. You will not have the drive as a we. And this is where we share with people that collaboration is the new currency. And more importantly, us together is so much better off than us alone in that old way of living, in this capitalistic way that we're moving out of, and really being able to help one another get what they want in life. And when you help other people get what they want, you get all that you want. And the money that you receive is nothing more than the rewards and the people that you've helped out. So make sure you guys are giving more. Make sure you're being grateful. And one of the amazing things that Chef Andy said that I'm definitely going to repeat is make sure your frequency, your vibration is in order. And from the singing chef, he said, when you're frying the pan, make sure it's not too hot, make sure it's not too low, but make sure it's just right, because your vibration is going to cook that meat, it's going to cook the pasta, it's going to cook whatever you want at the right way, with the right vibration and with the right love and with the right energy, and giving it the time that it needs, that TLC. And that even is more so important for us to make sure our vibration is right, so that pan can get hot, right? And that heat can be turned up, and you have control of that, of whether you play victim or whether you play victor in your life. And we all have a chance and a choice every single day. So we want to thank you all for joining us on our Hello Pivot. You guys know the drill. Hello stands for helping everyone live life optimally. We can help you, but the saving part is up to you. And you got to be willing to cross the bridge and be willing to move to the other side and not go back. Burn your boats and let's move forward and let's keep it going. So with that being said, you guys know the drill. Love,
kindness,
integrity,
and most importantly,
commitment. And until the next time, guys, we shall see you guys soon. Toodles!
toodles.